Turn around, face that thing.
Woo!
Look at that.
Look at that.
Wow. That is so cool. Where is he? That is so cool.
Oh, man.
Oh my God.
No tears, but I'll give you a hug.
Alright guys, so hey, we're out here at Backline Fabrication today, and we're here for a pit pickup party. Today, the people over at Barton BBQ are picking up their pit. It's a 117 gallon competition barbecue pit, so let's go check it out. You with it? Let's get it.
Hey, Ryan Newland here, owner of Backline Fabrication. We're here building smokers and grills and everything for people. Today we're doing a pit reveal for our boy John Barton. He's a competition barbecue cook, so we got a competition rig especially made for him. We got Rossler's Blue Cord Barbecue behind me, cooking up food for everybody. We got cocktails inside. We're trying to have everyone come by and enjoy everything we have to offer and check out the shop and see where everything comes from. You can follow us on Instagram, Backline Fab, or on Facebook is Backline Fabrication. And if you need to get a hold of me, hit me up on the email. It's ryan@backlinefab.com.
Hey, how's it going? Stephen Rossler from Rossler's Blue Cord Barbecue out of Fort Hood / Killeen, Texas. I'm out here with my wife. We are supporting the pit reveal for Barton's Barbecue. But yeah, we're out here in Dripping Springs / Austin area at Backline Fabrication. So we're excited. We've got some grilled pork chops, some fire roasted green beans, some grilled off garlic bread, and our famous chocolate cake. So stay tuned.
Hey, this is considered our multi-tool. We made this for Stephen Rossler at Rossler's Blue Cord Barbecue. He cooked up his pork chops and everything on here today. So what we have what is basically known as a fire pit, which doubles up as a grill. We have a grill grate on this side. We have a plancha plate on this side. We also have hanging racks here that you can keep stuff warm. You can cook your vegetables on, things like that. Our upper rack here, you can hang butcher twine, you can hang chain, you can hang your chickens on there and literally spin your chickens and keep them hot. We also made our rods here, so adjusting your temperature. If you put everything towards the middle, which is closest to the center of the fire, it's going to be your hottest point. And if you need to cool them down a little bit, you go ahead and slide everything out towards the edge of the pit. Using a round pit allows us for a bigger variation of doing so. And like I said, with the plancha here, you can cook all your stuff on there, but if you don't need that and you need a whole grill surface, you just push this thing out of the way and everything swivels to the back. And then you can take your grill and put it in line, and then you have full range to cook everything you need. And then once all that's done and everyone's still cold, like in this weather that we have here today, you can move this whole thing out of the way. These actually lift off, and then you could just have this double up as a fire pit, and or move these to the center now, and you could cook your s'mores, you know, marshmallow, your chocolates, and get all that stuff rolling. This is called the multi-tool, Backline Fab.
I'm John Barton out of Driftwood, Texas, and my barbecue team is Barton BBQ. We compete in probably about 2 competitions a month. I bought a toy hauler. Ryan's made me a cart pit to pull up in the back of that toy hauler. Got to collaborate with him on it. It had some great ideas together. I've got some great little tweaks on there I asked him to configure in. One of the main ones was a counterweight. I had to have a counterweight on the door because my wife is my partner, and she needed to be able to lift the door. And on a 3/8 inch thick walled pit, that's tough for a little lady. So got that made. Also had some custom thermometer probe holders made. What else? We're going to be putting a winch on it so we can get it up into the toy hauler. And can't wait to get it in there, and it's going to be making its debut at the 2020, that sounds weird, doesn't it? 2020 San Antonio Barbecue Cook-Off. So competing against about 300 teams out there, and can't wait to get a first walk on a backline pit. I have not seen it. It's a custom color, the color that I like, called Ford Leadfoot Gray. First time Ryan's done that. It's kind of almost an automotive paint job from what I understand. Not sure he knew what he was getting into when he agreed to paint that color, but he assures me it turned out great, and it's got our logo on the back of the pit, supposedly. So I haven't seen that either. Excited to see it.
Turn around once you get it up. Fixer upper barbecue.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Whenever you're ready, John.
Turn around, face that thing.
Woo! Look at that.
Wow. That is so cool. Where is he? That is so cool.
Oh, man.
Oh my God.
No tears. I'll give you a hug. None of that. Yeah. Rub on. Hey, that's awesome.
That is
awesome.
That's sweet, JB. What do you think? That looks cool, dude. Wow.
Woo!
Take the 4-wheeling. Yeah. Oh, that sucker on the back.
Good job.
Business tool.
Thank you, Ryan.
Oh, yeah. That's a great idea.
Hey, John, here's the ticket. See if your wife can lift the door.
Yeah.
What if she can't?
You can take over.
Oh yeah, I'm the one that. Okay, let's see. One hand.
No.
Oh my gosh. Oh, shoot it!
Put her to work.
Woohoo!
Good.
Okay,
It's got a rubber
I
stamp.
can do it. Nice.
So that you can grip it with the rubber gloves.
Oh yeah. That makes sense. Oh yes, we're good.
Check that out.
Woo, look at that. Get a picture of that. Coal basket.
All right, guys. Hey, we're back at Backline Fab. Got my man Ryan Newland. We had a pit pickup party here today for Barton BBQ, and I got to tell you, badass pit, dude.
Thank you, sir.
So
Appreciate it.
you guys have seen the pit, and now you get to spend a little time with Ryan and let Ryan talk to you about what all he did with this pit. And hey, get jealous, because I am.
You got one covered.
Hey, it's gonna happen.
So what we did here is we talked to John a little bit, and we found out what he needs, whatever he needs for his competitions to make everything work. So what he needs is he needed what I don't do normally is counterweights. I don't like them. I don't like the way they look. I don't like the way they feel. I just don't like them. But John needs his wife to help him with his competition, so we had to add a counterweight. So our compromise was we made a removable counterweight. What we did is we put a pull pin in here. You pull the pin out, the counterweight comes out. I would lift it for you guys, but in case it's heavy. So in case it does something, I don't want to scratch the pit. This is brand new, hasn't even made a home yet. So we put a counterweight on there for John and his wife. What that does, that allows us now, this is a 3/8 thick door. What we can do on this 3/8 thick door, we can lift this. I'm right-handed, I can lift this left-handed and in reverse, no problem, and lift the door up in order to get it to where we need it to be. So we gave John a little pull-out rack. He uses big, heavy rubber gloves when he's cooking. So we gave him a little ledge here. He can actually pull the rack out to his bottom. So you have all his briskets and everything cooking here. Sorry, extra decals. You get extra decals. So what happens now is he has his upper rack, which is also a pull out. So he has 2 full-size racks that pull out on this, and that's all for his competition cooking. So John and I planned everything out on this to work out exactly what he needed. So also in John's setup, he runs he runs 2 electronic digital thermometers to probe his meat with, which have cords in them and stuff like that. So we added down low, we put 2 separate plates where he can have his thermometers with the wires going through. And if Alton can get down low, we have 2 high heat grommets coming through the bottom here that allows him to put his probes inside, which he can stick them now through the non-moving parts of the cooking chamber and then probe his meat. And that way when he moves, his wires can still follow with it. And nothing gets pinched or cut off when he's moving his grates or shutting the doors. So now we'll shut the door again. We do have our regular backline thermometer at the height of where his normal briskets and everything else will be being cooked on the main cooking chamber. Pretty much whatever big recommendations that he had for his competition pit, except for we did do a new style charcoal basket inside his firebox. And what this charcoal basket allows to do is when you load your wood in there, it allows the wood to fall down on top of itself, so all your coals always stay on top of the hot coals. So you're never trying to fish around your wood trying to get a new piece of wood on the coal. You just throw it in there, it's going to do what it does. For John's pit also, we added a brand new upgraded rim and tire for him. And we did the off-road package on the tires, so everything looks tough when it comes out of his toy hauler that he just got. So we added his BBQ Team name also inside the paint job. So this paint job doesn't come in a single stage paint job, which is normally how we paint our pits. This is an actual automotive paint job. So there is 2 layers of automotive primer on this pit. There are 3 layers of base coat and 3 layers of high gloss clear coat all on here. So this is basically a car. So you could treat this like a vehicle, you could wash it, you could polish it, you could wax it. You just can't drive it. I mean, I wouldn't drive it, but I mean, you could probably ride on it and steer, but good luck. But he can treat this exactly like a car, maintain it just like a vehicle, keep it nice and shiny throughout his competitions. We added 2 rubber stops on here. So what we did is with the removable counterweight, like we explained, this stop right here will hit the counterweight and stop it from smashing into his paint. But then if he does it where the counterweight is off, his other stop right here will hit the door, so then it stops the door, so you never worry about paint on paint. So what we also have is a foldable stack, so that the foldable stack will fit inside of his toy hauler. You notice right now, that thing's pretty tall, it's almost at the top of my hands. So what we do now is we have the foldable stack. So he wants to pull this inside, you lay this thing down, unlatch it first. Don't do what I just did, but you gotta unlatch it and then it comes out. It lays in a cradle, it's a felt-filled cradle. So we put felt in here. I don't know if you can see it. And then it lines up with the 2 pinholes. We put a pin in here so that it's not bouncing around. And then here's, like I said, here's your latch. When that's up, this latch holds it in place. So you can move it around if you want. But I would never drive with one up. Needless to say, it's not going to fit inside the toy hauler up, but if you had an open trailer, never travel with these engaged, always lay them down, that's what they're for. Handle also, to move this pin around, comes with the magnet. The magnets hold it in place, so when you get somewhere you're not laying your handle in the dirt, you always have a place to put it. So also when you're traveling, we give you a strap that comes in and holds this in case the magnet drops loose, it'll hold the strap so you're not hitting the ground. This is another tray which has your drain in it. So this drain, will come down to a half pan. You drop your half pan in here and that catches all your grease and everything else. So that way you're not worrying about dumping grease on people's ground or in a competition. You don't want to hit the fairground with grease, then you're known as the jerk. You don't want to be the jerk, you want to be the guy leaving with the trophies. So that's basically where we're at.
First impression was wow. It's above and beyond my expectations. Ryan took it and hit it out of the park on this one. I think building a smoker, probably anybody can build a smoker. Heck, I can weld a little bit. Ryan's a fabricator. He takes our conversations, and metal is his canvas, and he puts it down on canvas and makes it his own. Throws in little hints of this and that to just take it over the top. It's amazing. He did a great job on this. The paint job, the little trick outs on the thermometer probes, the coal basket. I can't wait to put it up in the toy hauler and roll up to the cook-off and show off. It's more than a pin, it's a showpiece. The logo is painted in and clear coated over. So he's got two different colors of paint on here as well as a primer below. And then he of course put the name of the pit on the back of the counterweight there. That was a surprise. I didn't ask him to do that. I just told him this thing was so tough that I was going to name it El Jefe, and he put it on there. So great little special piece that made this reveal even more special.
All right, guys. So hey, you got the walkthrough of the competition pit from Backline Fab. It's 117 gallons.
117 gallons.
But hey, guys, if you are interested in Backline fabrication products, you got to hit up my man Ryan. Where do they get you at?
Get me on Instagram at Backline Fab, or on Facebook, Backline Fabrication, or hit me up on the email, ryan@backlinefab.com.
And guys, trust me, he has a lot to offer. Anything that you can dream up, this man right here can probably build it, which makes him a fabricator, not just a welder. So, hey, let your imagination run wild and let Backline Fabrication bring it to fruition. All right?
And we paint too.
And we paint too. Badass paint job, by the way.
Thank you, believe it or not.
So hey guys, hey, Dawgfatha, Ryan Newland, we're at Backline Fab. We're gonna get out of here?
We're out of here.
All right, peace.